Hello everyone, CaddywhumpusGamer here, bringing you another episode of Minecraft Awakening. Today's episode we are going to be working on some Thaumcraft stuff. It's actually Gadomancy. This episode was requested by one of my subscribers, iComputerFreak, I believe. And he requested it a few days ago. I thought I replied to it saying that I needed to find more information, but apparently either my comment didn't post or I thought I replied and I didn't. Sometimes it gets confusing. Sometimes YouTube just messes up. I try and respond to every comment that people leave and be courteous. But he requested this episode, so I'm going to review one of the items from Gadomancy, and I have to show you the research for it that is required. So the item, first of all, is the Aura Pylon, and I'll show you how it works and what you need. Alright, so one of the reasons I didn't do this video sooner was I couldn't find the research for this. I thought it was like disabled or not available in the pack or whatever. Well, it turns out I had this research for the Aura Core. Alright, and basically you make a primal charm, you use that in an arcane infusion recipe, and you get an Aura Core. Now what you're going to do with that is you're going to place down a crystal in the world, which is basically you just use 6 of any of the shards together and you make a crystal. You're going to put that down, you're going to toss this blank Aura Core next to it or on top of it, and you're going to right click on the shard with a wand, and it takes 84 of whichever aspect the shard is. Now you can do a shard with one of each of the base 6 and then it should take 14 of each. I just realized that now. That would have saved me a lot of trouble because I kept having to charge up my wand. Alright, you would think that if you put down a fire shard and do it, that you would end up with a fire core. Well, that is not the case. It has to do with the blocks that are nearby. And I also think it has a little bit of randomness to it because I went into the nether and I used the exact same spot multiple times, and I got a lot of fire ones, but I also got a couple of earth ones, and it's the exact same spot, so it varies. Alright, so then once you get a fire Aura Core, you're going to scan it with your thermometer. Alright, and then that will unlock the Aura Pylon research. Now, if you look this up, this is the recipe for it. It's directional essentia tubes. You're going to need 4 of those. You're going to need 3 silverwood. You're going to need 1 warded jar. That gives you the Aura Pylon. You're going to need 3 of these. You're actually going to need 4 because 1 is used in the next piece. Alright? So then the next one, you're going to use 1 of those Aura Pylons. An Aura Core Ignis. You're going to use 2 Alimentum and 1 Niter. Alright? And you're going to build the Aura Pylon Peak. Then you're going to place this down in the world, 1, 2, 3 of the base ones, and 1 of the top one. Then you're going to right click on it with a wand or a staff or a scepter with 150 of each aspect. Now if you use a staff, it's a lot easier because it has, mine that I made has like 250 available. Alright, and then it will complete the multi-block structure. Alright, so I already set one up, but I will show the actual process for setting it up. Oops, here we go. So this is what it looks like when it is built. And I'm going to go ahead and plant these iron seeds right here. Oops, I need crop sticks. Alright, so it has some strange behaviors. It doesn't work with neutronium seeds. I'm not sure if there's any other ones. It does work with Gaia seeds. It works with iron seeds. It works with carrot seeds. I've tried wheat. I've tried some of the Pam's Harvest Craft crops, and they seem to be working fine, but for some reason the neutronium doesn't have any effect, or it doesn't have any effect on the neutronium. Wait, this plant cannot grow here. Uses neutronium block and needs a neutron collector. Oh wow, really? I'm gonna feel stupid if that's all that was. compressor. I want a collector. You know, I'll bet you that's what it was. And I tried this out a couple different times in a couple different ways, and I didn't think it was working. Let's see. Put this on here. This plant is fertile and can grow. All right, good. So we are going to break this up. And the reason we're going to break it up was I wanted to explain. This is a multi-block structure. If you break any block in this, so we're going to break this block, it's going to destroy the whole thing. It's just going to fall apart. All right, so we'll collect the pieces and we'll go ahead and we'll build one and then activate it with our wand. All right, so we're going to go like this and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then the cap is number 4. And then we're going to right click it with a wand. Now, before you do, this is what it looks like. When we activate it, it's going to have a glowy orb up here. So you do this, it's got the particles and it gets that orb. All right, now how this works is, let's see, we got to break this up because it's not connected. Essentia tube, put that back. Okay, now this is connected. Now I do want to explain before I go any further. You might be wondering, what in the world are you doing? You're using Essentia export buses into a jar and then tubes going into the Aura Pylon. Why don't you just plug it in? All right, there's a catch to this. As far as I know, all the Gadomancy objects, whether it be mirrored jars, sticky jars, the Aura Pylons, anything from the Gadomancy mod, for some reason, does not accept Essentia from the Thalmic Energistic Essentia export buses. All right, so it's kind of strange in the way you have to do it. So you actually have to export to a Thalmcraft jar and then use like tubes to put it in there. All right, and if you're in a compact machine, you can actually do the ME cables. You can actually plug like into the bottom and then come out of the bottom in your cube or your compact machine and actually bring your Essentia in that way. Now, if you do, just click on that block that has the little icon on it and you're going to click auto, and that will allow you to actually connect up your ME system to stuff inside your compact machines. All right, so how does this work? Well, how it works, and you'll actually unlock another technology tree after this. It's Aura Effects. So basically, every aspect in the game, or at least in Thalmcraft, I'm not sure if some of the other ones have special aspects, I want to play with it. But basically, everything does something different. So if we use Herba, it says heavily increased growth speed of nearby plants, or increases. All right, so basically what happens is you're going to take a crystallized essence. These are made in a crystallizer, and you basically pump liquid Essentia in there and it slowly crystallizes it. You can use an energized node with TerraVis to speed up the process drastically. All right, so basically you're going to throw down a shard near it, and it's actually going to pick it up and pull it in. All right, we're already pumping Essentia in. Whoa. All right, lag spike there. We're already pulling Essentia in, and you can see it like going up into the orb, and then it's doing this cool little animation thing. And that basically means that it is now growing the plants in the vicinity around it. All right, so check this out. These are Gaia Essence. Oh, you know what? I'm going to break this up because I want to... I was experimenting with seeds. Where are the Gaia ones? I was experimenting with seeds and whether or not they grew faster with the 10-10-10 or if they were the same. And I think the 10-10-10 do grow faster, which would make sense. All right, and check it out. The neutronium does work, as long as you plant it on the right stuff. So you can see, and it makes creepy creaking sounds. You can see, okay, this is how fast magic crops can grow. All right, this is already ready to harvest again. All right. So it is an increase, and I think this does actually stack with the sprinklers. So you could put one of these down, put the sprinklers there. As far as I know, I didn't think I noticed any kind of speed increase when I had 3 of them here, but I'm starting to wonder because these crops are starting to look like they're not growing that fast. All right, so what is the range on this? The range, from what I can tell, what I did was I built out some plants here, and then I just went like this, and I harvested them. Oh, you know what? I know what's happening. No, it's got this. Oh, that's what happened. The reason it's not working. All right, the shard came out of it. If you get too close, it will pull the shard out. So there we go. Now it's growing. All right. And it's not my magnet and it's not my armor because I've taken both of those off. So apparently you just walk up and get close enough and it will come off. Okay, so check this out. Harvest, harvest, harvest. And we wait. And that's harvest, harvest. And this one's still growing. It does seem to be a little bit random. There, that one's grown. But look how fast these things grow. So if you do this and you do the sprinklers, you can have this stuff grow super, super fast. All right, so like I said, the range, what I did was I did these, and then you see which ones grow. So this is the range of it. That seems somewhat accelerated, but I don't think that's actually from the thing itself. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out. So this does a 15 by 15 area. When I looked it up on the wiki, it didn't say what the range was. It didn't say how much it increased the speed. It didn't say a whole lot of information about it. Just basically, you know, put it together, right click on it with the wand, throw the shard in, and put the essence in it. And, you know, it'll do the rest. All right, so let me put my magnet on. And you'll see that still stays in there. So it triggers when you get close to it. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool item. So I think I want to put one of these in my neutronium farm. I had already put one in there, but I need... I'm starting to stutter. I need to experiment and see whether or not the height is the same as the width. You know, okay, does it go 7 blocks? And if it does it go 7 blocks from the top, 7 blocks from the bottom? You know, how does it spread out? So I have some more experimentation to do, but I did want to do this video today. That's just really cool looking with the particles going around like that. That's very cool. So yeah, early on, this is probably not too viable because, all right, this will use 1 essentia every 2 seconds. All right, and it does have an internal buffer there that you can see. But it uses, for every 1 essentia, it extends it for 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, it will use 1 herba essentia. Now, what I would recommend is the Advanced Alchemical Furnace, a Mach 2 energy condenser that's making leaves, and just keep dropping those in with a precision dropper. I have like 34,000 herba essence, I think. And I could make more. I basically just threw in, you know, like however much and just had the leaves keep popping in there. I think the leaves were actually despawning because even though I have a fairly decent sized node there, I actually need to make like a mega node and put it next to that so that it goes really, really fast. All right, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Tell a friend, and until next time, this is CaddywhumpusGamer signing off.